Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel. Do you know, some days I get so stressed about hoping that I've achieved something or hoping that things have gone the right way or what people have thought when I've achieved something or how people have perceived something, whether it be at work, whether it be in the family. And you know what, sometimes I just get so overly stressed about it, so absorbed by it. By the end of the evening, I'm generally feeling quite unwell, quite stressed and worn out. And do you know what? The thing I'm really starting to get to terms with in my life at my age, I sit in front of you now at 31, and of course there's a lot of my life left, God willing, and hopefully I'm blessed with an amazing journey to come. But do you know what? Sometimes we are destroying our own self by just simply not saying to ourselves and not accepting that actually sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we get it completely and utterly wrong. And sometimes with the greatest will in the world, we can set out to want to do something good, or we can say something. It can just be as simple as in a conversation. And the way in which we said it can be misinterpreted, and it can be construed the wrong way. It can be taken the wrong way. It can be taken out of context so quickly to mean something to someone else very, very different to what you intended it to be. Sometimes, for example, me, faith is a huge strength and a guidance to me. But you know what? I'm not afraid to say that sometimes I get it completely wrong. And I try to prepare myself when I go into a situation, whether it be work, whether it be in the family, whether it be at home. And sometimes you can be trying to work through a situation, or you can be trying to work hard to achieve something at work, for example, or something in your own personal life. Maybe it's just not happening for you. And actually you can say something, or you can go on about your business on a day and just, no matter what, a number of events or something can happen and it just completely blows you out of the water and you get it wrong. Whether it be your reaction or whether it be how you carry yourself in a situation, you can get it wrong. And do you know what? It's so important to say that actually, do you know what? Today just was not my day, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to get back up in this life because it's so worth it, because you're so worth it, because you're so incredible. My friend, there's only one of you in this world, and sometimes it's so important to really realise and kind of come to terms with yourself that, you know, not every day is going to be a success. It's how we look at it which pushes us forward. It's that mind frame which will either make us grow or will either hold us back or will probably put us in a bit of a bad mood. Do you know what? Sometimes we can have a bad day, but it's how we look at it to think that actually it was still a step in my journey. Today there would have been people who would have gone through absolutely hell in this life. People would have been in hospitals. Loved ones would have been surrounding people who they are hoping and praying for just a few more minutes of life out of that person, or that they're in a situation in their life and they are holding on to somebody so dear and they want them to continue. There are people who have gone through tragedies just as we're talking. There will be war break out in this world. In the last couple of years, we have seen that happen so much. We've seen livelihoods be destroyed, turned upside down. But yet to us, no matter how many times we hear that, no matter how many times we know people go through bad things in this world, sometimes a small thing, which to us is a small thing, but bearing in mind, I'm not trying to take it away from anyone to think that whatever someone's going through is not important, because it is, it's important to you. But sometimes it really does us good to kind of have that sense of realism, to think, do you know what? Do you know, really, it wasn't a great day today, or something happened, or maybe you had a conversation with a loved one or a family member or a friend, and maybe you said exactly the wrong thing. You didn't intend or set out for it to be that, but it just went completely pear-shaped. And it, to be honest, has made you feel awful. It's really got you in a bad mood, and you're thinking, if only I could have a do-over, and if only I could do things differently. Do you know what? We build ourselves up about that and we stress ourselves out about it so much, and it can destroy your mental mind frame and your mental health, and it can have so many implications even on your physical health. But do you know what? Sometimes we just simply need to say to ourselves that actually today was a complete write-off. It was absolutely shambolic, but I'm going to get back up from this and I'm going to go again because it's all so worth it. And sometimes when we take a moment, and I urge you, my friends, to take a moment sometimes when you've had a bad day and just shut yourself away, whether it be in your room, whether it be in your lounge, whether it be in the garden, whether it be in a public park, whether it be just a walk with you and your headspace, just take a few deep breaths and actually think to yourself, do you know what? Yeah, today was a really rotten day. Or maybe you've had a conversation with somebody, or maybe you knew that you said completely the wrong thing. And actually think, do you know what, well, let's take a look at this world. Let's take a look and actually that, do you know what? I woke up this morning and I was able to care for myself. I was able to get myself ready this morning. I was able to provide for my family. I was able to smile to my partner. I was able to have a conversation with my mum, or have a conversation with my dad or my nan or granddad or uncle. Or actually, I get to come home and I get to see my wife, or you get to see your partner, or if it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or family, or like a mum, or like a dad. And no matter what bad day you had, you get to pick up the phone, maybe to a brother, maybe to a sister, maybe to a best friend. Do you know what? We get to come home, we get to see that furry friend, that dog, that cat, that someone who's so huge in our lives, but yet maybe they don't even talk at all, bless them. Maybe it's a parrot, maybe it's a reptile, maybe it's something special, or it could just be that you get to come home and you get to be in your own personal space. Maybe there's no one there. Maybe that it's just your personal sanctuary which you've worked so hard for and you've got. There will always be difficult times in our life. And I think the one thing we can always count on in this life is change. There will always be difficult change. There will always be difficult decisions to make. And sometimes we don't always get it right. Even with loved ones, friends, family, sometimes we can be absolutely awful and not even know it. But at the end of the day, we say those things because we're not trying to be difficult. We're not trying to be nasty. We say it out of love. We say it out of care. And we want the best for someone. So we want them to see the harsh reality of what could happen in a conversation, because maybe you already know the answer, but yet they can't quite see it yet. Maybe that you simply just want the best for them and you can see them steering off. It's important, I know, that we let our loved ones make their own mistakes, but what happens if you can see what's just going to happen just around the corner? It hurts, and it's difficult, and it's hard. We always want the best for our loved ones and our friends and the people who mean the world to us, don't we? And sometimes we don't always get it right. And that's why when I urge, and I do this to myself sometimes, that actually I take myself off and sometimes even breathe and talk, and maybe I sometimes do a clip on the channel and talk about something which I want to do and bring to my channel, and actually to think, do you know what? I'm getting stressed over this, but do you know what? Give it a couple of days, I'll be able to sort all this out with my friend, or I'll be able to sort this out with a family member. I'll be able to talk this through, and it's going to be okay. But I've been building this all up in my mind and stressing myself out, or stressing other people out about this. And actually take a look at the world, take a look at how much hatred's in the world, take a look at how much pain's in the world. Take just a moment to think, actually somebody is lying in a hospital bed somewhere, and there'll be loved ones around there, and they're absolutely breaking inside because all they want is just a couple of more minutes, or they just want more time with this person, this incredible loved one, this incredible individual who is so special to them. Sometimes we just almost need to acknowledge that sometimes in our life it's not always going to be great, but sometimes just having that little bit more headspace, that little bit more consideration for who we share this world with, that actually people are going through bad things, but what we've gone through today is bad for us, but actually take a moment and it's not so bad, and we're going to get there in the end, and there's things we can do, and there's things we can work through, and we can get there in the end. But do you know what? Sometimes just simply saying, today was an absolute sham and it was a write-off, but you still got to wake up this morning, you still got to care for yourself, you still got to look after yourself, you still maybe have got children to face, to read a story to put to bed in the evening, or to sit down with your partner and maybe have a glass of wine with, or watch a funny TV programme, or share hopes, dreams and ambitions and have a conversation with. And no matter what bad day you've had, it's not going to take the magic away from you coming home to your place, your happy place, whether it be a sanctuary you've built on your own, or whether it be a huge hustling, bustling family around you. This life is incredible, and it's difficult, and sometimes we do get it wrong. We really, really do. And I think something just as simple as saying, today wasn't my day. Today really, really wasn't the pack of cards I was hoping for, but I tried hard, I worked hard, and I faced the day, and I got to do incredible things. Maybe simple things to me at first, but I got to do things which there will be people in this world who could only hope for, or could only hope for the situation I find myself in. Sometimes when we've had our worst day ever, just taking a moment to actually think of the small things and build backwards. So start at the start of your day, and then when you get to that point where it all started to go wrong, think, okay, well, I was polite in that situation, I tried my best in that situation, and okay, it went completely pear-shaped, but you know what, I get the luxury to go again. And there will be people in this world who sadly won't. In this world, it is an absolutely it's a blessing to think that, do you know what, we're all blessed with this incredible journey. Some of us don't always see that. Some of us, sadly, don't always appreciate that. Sometimes it takes us to go through something to start appreciating life, doesn't it? And you know what, I am not proclaiming by any means to be perfect. None of us are. But I think when we get that opportunity to keep going, to keep walking forward, we learn through all the rough stuff which we've been through. So my friend, when you've had a bad day, when you've had a rotten time, just simply put it down as that. Today wasn't my day. It doesn't mean to say that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean to say that your mistakes define you, because they certainly don't, my friend. But take a deep breath, take some space in your mind, have a few thoughts, give yourself grace, pick yourself back up, and go again. Because we've all truly been blessed with this journey. And on that note, God bless, take great care. A couple of times, didn't I, got a bit tongue-tied there. I may have even, hopefully I didn't, maybe even spat at the screen, and apologies if that's actually happened, because it's happened quite a bit lately. Apologies for that. But you know, none of us are perfect, and I've just proved it. Got my words wrong, got my words twisted. And, yeah. So if you've had a bad day, or if you've had something which has completely written you off in life, don't beat yourself up about it for too long, or you may just miss the blessings of what's right up ahead of you. God bless, take great care, and I look forward to you joining me real soon. Bye now.